Welcome to Digit.in, and we will be asking you some questions about Crucial and it's Crucial is doing right now in India. Okay, so first of all, can you elaborate on your market strategy in India?
Our market strategy is straightforward, but at the same time very difficult and complex because we have decided to go for the difficult path. We have decided to go with a very defined partnership with Arpitec as a unique importer from Micron CPG for Crucial brand and all these products, which are DRAM and SSD. The overall strategy is to go essentially by growing our penetration into the channel of India, B2B channel, and also to elaborate more contacts with the corporate and server entities into the market, because Crucial essentially is dedicated for client and server applications.
While you are part of the market, your presence is not being big when compared to other players in the market in the consumer segment. Will this position change anytime soon?
Related to Crucial, absolutely yes, because again, Micron CPG, as a division of Micron Corporate, decided to penetrate India not far back in time. We just started. We are a startup because a lot of stuff happened in the industry in the last 7 years, especially because we went from more than 20 producers in the memory arena. Now we are essentially 3 main producers in the world for DRAM. So now that the scenario is settled and we can understand how to deal with our customers' OEM, for example, Kingston is one of our OEM customers, how they operate and how can we fill this gap into the channel, it has been the time to decide to come into the consumer client business. So that's why we started right now. So you haven't seen it so far, but with Arpitec we have penetrated the market by serving almost 1,000 resellers just in the first few months. And this has been a very big achievement. And that means that in the next few months our visibility is going to be absolutely more than this.
Could you comment on the international brand position of yours in the market?
Sure. Crucial has been growing historically in the richest and most evolved markets from an IT industry standpoint. In fact, they started in US first, where we have a considerable market share, consolidated in the years. In Europe, Crucial started, I would say, 3-4 years ago in a very aggressive manner. And I would say that we're now sitting on 25 to 30% share of the channel B2B, and we have a big chunk of server business as well. And having said that, on US and Europe, being a brand already established in Japan and Australia, now it comes to very big markets, but very hard markets to penetrate, like India. Where again we just started. So this gives a pretty good picture of what is going to happen. I believe that is going to happen the same stuff that happened in US and Europe so far in India.
So what's the brand strategy like in terms of advertising and market awareness in India? Like, what are your plans for India in terms of awareness and brand strategy?
I'm not inventing anything, and we are not doing anything extremely different from what has to be done, which is before doing communication properly and investments on branding, you need to have a distribution. So right now we are completely focused on investing together with our distribution partners, to get the widest breadth and fingerprint in India. When we will have reached our target of doors and resellers dealing with our product, which will mean that every end user will have the possibility to buy his module close to his door, then it will be time to strongly build our brand.
Now let's talk about some of your future plans. So while more and more companies are trying to bring the manufacturing process of flash storage to a lower nanometer count, what are your plans for the future?
Well, as Micron, we have done very recently a new technology announcement that tells a lot about our future. I mean, NAND flash is around since now more than 20 years. And it's the first time that there's been a 20 years time gap between one technology and a new breakthrough. We believe that Micron, by launching together with the Intel, by launching the 3D crosspoint,
I was just coming to that.
is really communicating already what's going to happen in the future.
I was just coming to the 3DX point. So what do you have a timeline for the consumer release of that product, or maybe like you might be on the verge of launching it?
Well, from the consumer perspective, consumer applications, I believe, are going to be as a finished product, if I may say. Again, the NAND flash products right now are cards, USBs, SSDs. I cannot think any more than that. From a consumer standpoint, we don't have any timeline, because we are right now launching a breakthrough technology which is going to be impacting a lot of worldwide applications. So it's too early to understand when it's going to go in the hands or in the houses of consumers or end users.
So what I can understand, it's you will be applying that technology to enterprise market first, then consumer will get the benefits.
Yeah, consider this. Micron, you are talking with me as a representative of Micron CPG. And CPG deals only with finished products of Micron. And behind there is the big entity of Micron, who is serving on a daily basis a lot of applications such as embedded business, automotive, enterprise business, as you said. And as you already kind of hinted, yes, these kind of applications will, and there are some of applications of these who need as soon as possible this kind of enhancement in technology, who is giving 10 times better ratio on the size. So on the same size, you can get 10 times the same density you can get right now, or thousands times enhancement in terms of performance. So right now the end user doesn't have that need, but for surely more B2B and enterprise application have this kind of need.
All these 1,000 times more capacity and speed and functionality, we did hear about all this, but we didn't hear about the heat emissions or the power capacity.
Well, getting required to that depth of technical answers, I'm not aware of any official data on that.
Okay. Another thing, AMD and Hynix recently launched their HBM powered DRAMs for their new graphic cards. Like AMD launched their new graphic cards based on the HBM memory. Does Crucial or Micron has by any chance eyes on that cake?
Well, Micron has eyes all over the world in the industry, and that's why we are one of the few survivors. For sure, we will see that the strategies of each of the three competitors will go to differentiate them ourselves as much as possible. That's for sure. But I'm not aware, and I cannot talk about any kind of behind-the-scenes discussion between Micron and Hynix, for sure.
Okay, so can we get like there is some going on between you and Hynix?
Could be, but it could be also not.
Okay.
It's clashed and crushed by unofficial distribution continuously. So India technically is not serving the IT business in a clean way. It's the only one in the world really bashed by illegal import. So the main point we would like to do is that we are going for a very hard path, which is not the easiest way, but is the right way and the legal way to go and make distribution with a very high quality product, with a very high quality distribution partner, with a very high quality strategy. Not just we have the price or we can get you the best price on the planet. That's not what we want to do.
Since Rashi is handling all your distribution channels, you guys will be handling the after sales service and as well?
Yes, Rashi has got 53 branch offices and 57 service centers, and each of these 57 service centers are equipped to provide services for any crucial requirement. So any end customer, dealer, partner can come to our any office and he can get an instant replacement there.
But you are handling not just crucial, you have more than a dozen component makers with you, like Seagate, WD are all partnered with you only. Can you handle all the bulk amount of after sales service you are getting right now?
So in fact it is complementary, because the same customer wants to get a hard drive repaired or a memory repaired or a graphic card repair or a motherboard repair. So he has one source, which is Arpitech Care Center, where he has to go and he get the services for everything. So it's a win-win situation. As far as the capacity is concerned, so Rashi proactively has always created 20-30% spare capacity. So if there is a huge inflow of RMA or failures, which normally happens in India during the rainy season, we are still able to manage it. So if we are able to manage the rainy season influx, other seasons it's always pretty easy for us.
If I have no clue of where my product is coming from, at what price, and what is the price I'm fighting with, in the end it's not good for my profitability, and it's not good especially for the market profitability, because the guys that we have invited here today, they have a big problem. They are fighting with ridiculous margins. So the point is, why fighting with ridiculous margin when we are talking about technology, where most of the time should be spent by saying what is the endurance of the product, what is the compatibility, the quality, all this kind of stuff. The first thing I was told by when I got India as an appointment, they told me, you can sell in India anything you want. Anyway, whatever gets in India doesn't get out, because you don't know where it came from, so it cannot go back. Crucial, in this sense, is the only memory producer and brand that tells, if my product is faulty, and it happened very, very rarely, this is the guy, he's going to collect it, and I'm going to give you lifetime warranty for a new one, because I'm sure of my quality. But if I'm worried about it, I don't take Arpitech, I take Hong Kong and Singapore-based traders. They just flow in, and then they never come back. Work, not work, refurbished. There's no control of quality. There is no respect of the Indian market users. And this is something I don't understand. I'd rather take 3 times the time needed to build something valuable, rather than making a $10 million order with Mr. Rajesh, and then say, okay, let's see each other next time. That's not, it doesn't work. So that's why I'm saying about the long-term strategy, because we have been in the market for a long time, and everything we did, it was in this way. Don't go after every single opportunity. Build the base, and then opportunities will come.